on with my main bitch. Money and fame ain't never changed me, still posted with.
Baby, do you see me? I see me. I see me. All right, now if you want to see me and see how I got me looking like this, just keep watching. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. Just stay tuned. Baby, here we go. So, first off, I was inspired by this girl named Super Braider. She's so bomb. I'm going to start off with my accent braids and go down the middle with it. That front braid is for my baby hair, so I sectioned that off for later. So, I'm starting off braiding that real small, and I'm going to braid it to like a middle section, like the middle of the wig. Let's just take time to appreciate my fresh out of EBR Parish fucking sweatsuit I got on right now. So like I said, y'all, I braided it to like the middle point, and then I stopped to start on the rest of my accent braids. Sectioning that part off so I could just, like I said, work on the rest of my accent braids. And I need to part a smaller section to actually have the hair for the braid. So I'm just going to loosely braid that part out just to get it out the way so it won't get tangled up while I'm doing the rest of the stuff that I need to do. Because I hate when that hair do that. Like, I hate when I'm braiding a part and it mess up the part because I'm grabbing hair from somewhere else. So, I'm splitting this in half. Another braid is going to go here. Another skinny braid is going to go here. So, that's why I'm splitting it in half like that. And I'm going to braid this braid and that section that I sectioned off in the middle, they're going to cross over each other is what's going to happen. So, I'm braiding that part first. I don't know what happened to the clip of me crossing it, y'all. I really, really don't know. And I can't find it. So, here we is. I'm sorry. But, yeah, it's crossed over. You see it. Now, you see these two big sections. I was going to leave it like this. But I just didn't want the sections of my braids being that big. So, I'm just going to split it. What I'm going to end up doing is just splitting it. I'm brushing some gel in the edges just to smooth it out before I split it. But, yeah. We're going to split them in half. And I'm splitting it in half now because I'm about to section it off with rubber bands. Like the whole wig with rubber bands. So it'll be easier for me when I start braiding. And I won't have to do all that parting and stuff when I start braiding. So here it is, all sectioned off. And now I'm back. I didn't braid it like all the back of the wig. Now I'm on the front of it. I'm tweezing the front before I braid the sections just so the parts could be more clearer. So, add you some gel and stuff, and yeah. Braiding down, adding the hair. I had to teach myself how to do knotless braids, by the way, for this video. So, don't be judging my braids, man. I literally taught myself how to do this day I braided this wig. So, man. And that, starting the braids off harder than it looked. But anyway, braid it all the way down. The braids are pretty long, as y'all saw on my Instagram. The braids were pretty long, so, yeah. And I'm to the top now. Like, I'm on my last braid. I'm braiding that down, honey. And here we go. We are finished. So, I'm going to mousse it and dip it later. Let's get into this install, though. So, y'all already know the cap process. Do what y'all got to do with that. Cut that off, you know. Make sure y'all clean y'all area that y'all going to put y'all glue. Prep it with the skin protectant. Do all that before you put the glue on, before your hairline break out. You do not want your hairline to break out. Trust me. Speaking from experience. I like to use paint brushes to brush out my glue because it lets you, you can choose different sizes so you get to control the area. Make sure your wig is in the correct spot before you glue it down. I let my glue get tacky before I did this. And I'm pushing the sides in a little bit. And I'm just going to hit it with a blow dryer real quick. Blow dry it on cool air only, y'all, not hot air. Do not use hot air or heat to blow dry y'all wigs. Now, this is what I meant by the paintbrushes. See how I'm getting the edges of my lace? I get to get the small edges and the very edges, like the little bits, with a smaller paintbrush. So, shooting it with a blow dry, and we're going to go on to my baby hairs. Swoop diddly oop. That's, swoop, swoop, all that, whatnot. That's pretty self-explanatory. I can't stand doing baby hairs on myself because it's so hard to me. I ain't gonna lie. But we get the job done. Blow dried, we get the job done. So I like to spray some hairspray along my edges after I finish before I tie it down just to give myself that extra security because I sweat from the head so bad. regular elastic band from the hair store, and it's tied down. Now, I don't glue down the back of my wig because I have a piercing back there, so it just won't work. If I'm looking off, I'm looking at my mirror at the side or whatever. So that's my duo lash glue. I like to put that on my eyelashes before I put my eyelashes on, just so my strips could stick better, because I'm not that good at just sticking them on, so that help a lot. My primer is the Milk Makeup Grip Primer. Smoothing it in on my little face, honey. Now, that's a new foundation I was trying, that Born This Way foundation. The color is off. Like, the color off. I know the color off a little bit, but I'm going to try that matte foundation anyway. So, yeah, that one kind of like dewy, and I'm not a dewy girl. I'm a matte girl. Matte for life. But I love that concealer. That's the Born This Way concealer too. And I'm going to mix it with my Pat McGrath concealer. I'm going to mix it with my Pat McGrath concealer to top it off. I love that stuff. Well, I love them two mixed. Blending them concealers out. I end up changing that brush because I didn't like the way it was blending out under my eyes at all. It just felt... It felt like it wasn't doing nothing, to be honest. I don't know. I didn't like the way it was doing it. So I ended up changing it to the, what is it? The e.l.f. small stippling brush. I love them brushes. I've been using them brushes for years, and they ain't failed me yet when it came to my concealer. Now, I use the brush I use for my foundation to blend out the other side. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. stippling brush again to blend it out even more, just to make sure everything is, you know, seamless. That was the translucent powder by Laura Mercier, the honey. Putting that under my eyes because I crease fast, so I had to hurry up and put that on before I start creasing. And time for contouring. That's let me see, a foundation stick by Juvia's Place. I can't pronounce the name, so I'm not gonna butcher it or whatever. So yeah, blend that upwards. Blend it up. You don't want to have saggy cheeks. Y'all young. We young, baby. We not old. Blend it up. And I'm going to carve that out because my whole cheek was brown. You saw that? Did you see it? You peeped it. My whole cheek was brown. So now I'm about to look like I got pork chop sideburns for a little bit with how sharp it look. But I'm going to blend that out too. So, you know, don't worry about that. I'm going to blend all of that out. Just bear with me. That's that bronzer I use is a Morphe bronzer. It was new. That's why I showed it to y'all. So blend it on my nose contour. Adding that same bronzer to it. I like to start from the inside of my corner of my eyes and bring that down a little bit just to set that and setting my nose. Now that's what I meant by I'm blending it out. I'm using my buffing brush and my regular face foundation, and I'm buffing everything out just to blend it together. I love to be bronze, baby. I ain't gonna lie. I love to just be golden looking, so I'm adding more bronzer. And here's the reveal time. Look at me, baby. So don't forget your forehead. Once you take that wrap off, you want to add some contour to your forehead too. You don't want to just leave that or whatever. So adding contour, adding bronzer to my forehead to make sure everything is, you know, blended or whatever. That's my BFF4. That's my best friend. But no, the BFF4 lip liner, I looked at it like that because it scratched my damn lip. I need a new pencil sharpener. But yeah, and I'm going to use truffle by Dose of Colors. That's what I'm using. Truffle liquid lipstick. Because they say you're not supposed to tap liquid lipsticks, but I don't care. I do as I please, bitch. Setting time. So yeah, that's MAC Fix Plus, of course. You know, take away that powderiness. And that's my Urban Decay De-Slick. Don't nobody want to be out here looking like no chicken. No greasy ass chicken. Like, baby. De-Slick that face. Comb out them baby hair so they don't be harsh. Well, I mean, maybe you do like yours hard. Judge free zone over here. Judge free zone. Do you, boo. Whatever floats your goat. Whatever floats your boat. And let your freak flag fly. with your hard baby hairs. I'm combing mine out, baby. Okay. Alrighty. That and that. And we're done, y'all. We done. I'm laying my hair to the side. Like I did yesterday. With this little braid here on the side. See the braid in the middle too. Cute. But I don't like them in the middle. I'm a side part girl. Maybe I should wear it on the other side today. On this side. No. Nope, on the left side, girl. There we go. There we go. And that's it. Thank y'all for sticking around to see how I got this situation going on here.
Can't deny the fact that you like me. Right now. You like me.
We're gonna be coming back to back with these. Let me not lie. Not back to back, but we about to have these videos flowing out. I'm about to have them flowing out for y'all. And make sure y'all subscribe. It was a process. It was a process. But we got there. That's all that matters, that we get there at the end.
Thank you.